What's up guys, TG back with another video going over the biggest fan theories of how Dexter New Blood will end and giving my opinion on which one is the most likely. I'm also going to give some other predictions on what can happen in the episode. I want to start off with who from Miami could be in this episode. During an interview, Clyde Phillips, the showrunner of Dexter New Blood and the first 4 seasons of the original show, said that someone from Dexter's past will be making a return, and it's going to be someone new, so it's not Batista. And I'm thinking one of 2 possibilities. The first one is Masuka. We saw his name pop up when Angela was doing research on the Bay Harbor Butcher and the ketamine. I think that's the more likely possibility. The other is Jonah, the Trinity Killer's son. The Trinity Killer should be making one more appearance and a flashback next episode, so it would make sense to possibly bring back his son along with him. The reason I think Masuka is more likely is because Angela could possibly contact him after seeing his name come up on the research, and then he could come over to help with Angela's investigation. The other theory I want to talk about is whether or not the billionaire is involved with Kurt's murders. Early on, I think pretty much everyone thought he was, but as time went on and he disappeared, people kind of gave up on that theory. And I almost did too until this last episode. When Kurt was on the table, he said that the murders were all him and by himself. I feel like that was an attempt by Kurt to protect someone else as well as give us a hint that there is someone else involved. And there is no other person that I think it could be besides the billionaire, because we all have always thought that he was up to some shady stuff, and I don't think there's any other character we saw that would be involved in murders like that. Now for the main part, the ending. And I think for this, there are 3 main fan theories. One in which Dexter ends up in jail, one in which he's killed by Harrison, and one in which Dexter and Harrison escape. In my last few videos, if you watch them, I've been saying that I don't see Harrison killing Dexter, and I still don't 100% see that happening, but after giving it some thought, I feel like it is the most likely scenario out of the 3, and I'll explain why. First of all, they made this show to fix the hated ending of Season 8. They have said that the show is to hopefully give a better ending that fans are more satisfied with. If Dexter escapes and leaves town again, it's almost the same thing as Season 8. Him escaping Iron Lake and just going to a new town to repeat the cycle again doesn't give any closure. It's another open ending that I think fans would dislike, just like they did with Season 8. Now, if they marketed this as a reboot, with potential multiple seasons, I think it would be a possibility of them escaping. A few more seasons of Dexter going about his code and killing, but teaching it to Harrison as well. And I would love for that to be the case because I am loving the season and I don't want it to end, but unfortunately I don't think they made this series with the potential Season 2 in mind. At least not one with Dexter as the main character. They had one focus and that was to fix the ending. Now let's move on to the next one, and that is one where he ends up in jail. I gave my reasoning for that in my promo breakdown, and it still stands. In the promo, we see Dexter getting a mugshot taken and in an interrogation room. It would make no sense to show Dexter's ending in the promo. In a 45 to 60 minute episode, why would any TV show spoil their ending in the 20-second promo? So I think he gets taken in and questioned, but he gets released because of the lack of evidence, because there really is no concrete evidence that would stick in court. Now, another thing that I didn't remember when making my last video was something that Clyde Phillips said in an interview. He said that this ending would blow up the internet. Now, in my opinion, Dexter escaping out of town or Dexter ending up in jail wouldn't be that big of a shock. Only Harrison killing Dexter would, and that's why I think it is the most possible out of those 3. The only way I see that not being the case is if Clyde has been trying to throw us off, but I don't think he'd hype up the ending that much just for it to be much more mellow, because then it would be considered an underwhelming finale. So although I still don't see Harrison doing this at the moment, I think it is the more likely out of all 3. It would blow up the internet and finally end Dexter's arc once and for all. And the only motive I can see Harrison having is Rita. Harrison knows Kurt tried to kill him because of Dexter's actions, and Harrison could easily make the assumption that Trinity went after Rita because of his actions as well. It would not be a far reach at all, and Harrison is a smart kid. And we know that Rita's death haunts Harrison and that he has dreamt of revenge. Well, if he can't kill Trinity, maybe he will shift his blame to his father, who is in a way responsible for Rita's death. And there are 2 minor things that I saw last episode that gave me some weird feelings about Harrison. The first is how good of a shot he was. It's just really unlikely that someone his age who claims he has never picked up a rifle before is that natural. It's possible that he is hiding something. And the second, which is a little more far-fetched, but it did come across my mind, is the picture of Deborah. In the beginning of last episode, Dexter said he shows the people he goes after their victims, and Deborah, indirectly, is a victim of Dexter's actions. But I don't see any way that Harrison, a kid, could get Dexter, a full-grown man, on a table. So I think if he does kill him, it would probably be with the rifle while Dexter is running away. And if that is the case, he would not have time to show him pictures of his victims. Now, like I said, I don't know why, but part of me really can't see Harrison killing Dexter yet. But it just seems more likely than the other two, in my opinion. But I don't think Harrison seemed too excited or into the murders while watching Kurt get taken out. And Dexter is so much more skilled and experienced than Harrison. And like I said before, Harrison is a kid. Dexter is older, he is bigger, and he is stronger. So unless Harrison is really hiding something or can really sneak up on him with his rifle, I don't know how he would pull it off. My other problem is it would seem too predictable. I mean, like 75% of the fan base thinks that this is the way the show will end. So in a way, yes, Harrison killing his dad is a crazy blow up the internet ending, but at the same time, the fact that it's so predictable would bring down that shock a bit. Part of me is really hoping for some crazy twist that no one or very few people have thought of, but I don't know if that's the case. I've also seen a few people say that they think Dexter is going to get away but not leave Iron Lake, that Angela will actually let him go and see him as a necessary evil. I don't see that being the case at all. I think Angela is more of a by-the-book person. I don't think that she would allow a murderer to walk free for really any reason. The only way I ever thought Dexter would get away is if Angela were to die. If she were the only one that knew about Dexter's killings and she got killed, whether it was by Kurt or Harrison, before she could tell anyone else. But that theory kind of seems like it will go out the window if you base it off the episode 10 promo. It looks like Dexter's getting his mugshot taken, and it looks like he's being interrogated, and it looks like Logan is there for a part of the interrogation. So it does seem that Angela is finally going to be telling other people. And if that's the case, then Angela's death won't help Dexter escape at all. That is it for this video, giving my opinion on the biggest finale theories. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and let me know which of the three, if any, you think will happen down below in the comments.